Hi, I'm Plexi Cosplay. In this video today, I'm going to show you how to add zippers to EVA foam armor. There's a lot of different attachment methods for adding armor in cosplay. It could be Velcro, snaps, whatever, but zippers are one of my absolute favorite. They're really low profile, they're not very intrusive, they're easy to use, and also they're one of the most secure ways to keep your armor attached. And a lot of people find this really intimidating, but adding zippers is super easy. You're going to need some hot glue, a zipper that is the length of the space that you need to close, and some X-Acto knives. Let's get started. When choosing a zipper to add to your armor, you're measuring the length of space that you have to cover in a zipper. So for me, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 inches. The closest I could get is 7 inches. We open it up, and you can hold it up here to your armor to see how it will be. So it's going to be a little bit long, which means that I will want to shorten this by 1 inch. For me, what I do for this is that I wait until afterwards to shorten, and you're going to shorten from the top part of the zipper, and you're also going to need to stop, otherwise you're going to pull the zipper right off the end of the teeth. You can't shorten it by the bottom when it's a separating zipper. If it was a zipper that did not separate, so you know your standard whatever that doesn't separate here at the bottom, then you can pull it up from the bottom. But as it's a separating, this is the key part of this zipper. It needs to come apart. It has special pieces here to keep it separating. If you were to shorten it, you would get rid of those pieces, which would make it, you know, not work. So we're gonna cut from the top. But I do that afterwards. I like to make sure that I have enough here. So the way that this is a piece of armor. So the zipper needs to face outwards, which means that instead of having the pull here on the inside, we flip it over, and we're going to glue it on the inside of the armor with the zipper facing out. And we're going to start, because this is a separating zipper and we're going to take from the top, that means that the bottom must line up with the bottom, since you're not going to be able to shorten from that side. For me, whenever you hot glue anything, which is what we're going to use for this, it's one of the only things I use hot glue for with EVA foam. I like to score the foam where I'm going to add the glue, because whenever you put heat on this, like hot glue, it will expand that foam and give it kind of a nice tighter seal. So I always just score it up and down. I like to undo my zipper. So you have this side and this side here. This is the outside, this is the inside. We're gonna put, because it's facing on the outside, this is the side of the zipper that goes here. You can just line those up and make sure. So put a nice strip of glue all the way along. Add from the bottom. I like to flip it over and make sure that you have just a little bit of room between the foam and the teeth, just enough for the zipper to pull through. And then press. Press nice and tight on the other side to make sure that it's sealed there onto the foam. So you can see here where we're going to end up cutting, but I'm going to do that last. So go ahead and score the other side where you put the other part of the zipper. Now, before I do this, so for me this is kind of muscle memory, but you want to make sure that you are, when you're gluing this, not gluing it upside down, backwards, whatever. So the outside of the zipper, again, faces towards the outside here, and you start from the bottom, which is where the zipper is now, and work your way to the top. The top will be where we're going to cut down. So make sure the bottom lines with the bottom here on this. You can always kind of fold your armor in and just check that you're doing it correctly. Another thing that I do before I'm finished is I do one strip of glue just on the outside of the zipper along the foam, just for some extra coverage. I do that on both sides. Now you can see where we're going to need to cut. My scissors out here. We have to cut the top so that we don't have this zipper kind of hanging off here on the edge. I like to cut along the foam. So this one's at an angle. Sometimes you're going right across, it's not a big deal. But I like to cut along the foam and then go ahead and cut all the way through the teeth. Same with the other side. And I can't stress this enough, you are not finished now, because if you were to zip this up, again, there's nothing stopping the zipper from going right off the edge here. So, you're not finished. We need to find a way to stop this. I like to sew sometimes, but it's really easy if you already have your hot glue out. You can almost make a stop here with the glue. So make sure you get the hot glue all in the teeth around the front and the back. So we have a hot glue stop on both sides. And let your glue dry before we test it out. So when you test it out, just put your pieces together. Make sure you got your stops in correctly. So that's how you attach a zipper to foam. Not much to it. For longer pieces, obviously, whenever you go to the store, always measure before you head out, and then you can see up here at the top right, it'll say how long the zipper is. So if you have an option between something smaller or longer, pick the longer and then cut it down. Always pick the longer version. But that's it. Happy foam smithing. Okay, so I hope your zipper application went well. You can use these in a ton of different things. I've actually been using them for years, as you can see on Pride. The back of my armor was a little too narrow here at the ankle, so you can add zippers to help just open up small spaces, as well as completely closing up a piece of armor. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, please like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!